and let's get started. So we are going to talk about neuroplasticity, the science behind growth mindset. Let me quickly give you an overview of this session today. In this session, we are going to understand what is neuroplasticity, how are neuroplasticity and growth mindset related to each other. We would look at the need of growth mindset in our personal and professional lives. We would try to recognize some of the barriers that come across in our way of developing a growth mindset, and what are the ways through which we can get over these barriers. We would also try to understand how growth mindset could be applied to our day-to-day lives. I'd like to begin with a task. Now, this task is going to be a little heartwarming because I'm going to ask you a question. And this question is going to make you talk about your vulnerability, about your weakness. I hope you're ready for it. Okay. So, as human beings, we can all define ourselves, right? We have those words, those phrases that we have identified and we believe define us as humans. Some of these tags, I would like to use the word tags, some of these tags have been attached to us by our own self, and some of these tags were given to us by somebody, like somebody whom we looked up to, for example, our teachers or sometimes even our parents. Let me make it clearer for you with an example. Throughout my life, I was quite a good student, but my parents always wanted me to study harder and score better, like all Indian parents, I suppose. So even though I scored about 78, 80% of marks in all my exams during my school, my mother especially wanted me to do better. And so she would always tell me that I'm lazy. So this word, lazy, has stayed with me like forever. Now I've gradually understood that I'm not that lazy with all the work that I've done. But then somehow during the years I was growing up, I used to believe that I'm lazy, even though I worked hard. So this is what I mean by those descriptive words, phrases, or tags that we have attached to ourselves. Some of them are the tags that we have got on our own, and some of them are the tags that are gifted to us by people we admire or people whom we love. So, have you got such tags? This is my question. And I would like to do a little sort of a survey here. Let me see how it works. Okay. Do you see this? Now there's a question. Do you have some negative tags? We're talking about negative tags, mind it. We have all got positive ones, I'm sure. But here I'm specifically talking about negative tags. So have you got negative tags that you have attached to yourself? To answer this survey, you'll have to go to the website, that is www.menti.com. I'll just quickly, I want you to click on this link. Thank you, Rajvi. And you'll be asked to enter the code. You'll see the code right here. The code is mentioned here. Look at the cursor. The code is 12742550. I want you to enter the code and answer this question? It's a yes or a no question. People have started responding. Just click on the link, enter the code, and you'll be able to select the alternative. I'd appreciate if everybody responds. Nobody says no. Does it mean that we have all got those negative tags, that negative phrases and words that describe us? Okay. I think people have responded. Now, okay, interesting. So there's somebody who says that they have not got any negative tags. Wow. I want to see and understand what are these negative tags? What kind of words have you got that you feel describe you as a person? You may type in as many as 3 words, not more than that, or at least 1 word. What kind of words or negative tags do you have? Quickly, we have 30 seconds for this. Like I would use the word lazy. It has stayed with me. It's forever. But I'm overcoming it. Please type in the chat box your responses. Impulsive, negative, extrovert, okay, sensitive, lazy, indisciplined, lazy, indecisive. What if I tell you that these tags are imaginary? Do you like to believe that? Though it is our experiences that have made us believe in them. Though people have told this to us time and again. What if I tell you that it is possible to break free from these descriptions that we have had about ourselves all our life? Wouldn't it be a relieving experience? I'm sure we would all love to have this kind of an experience wherein we have only positive words to describe ourselves. I'm sure today's session is going to help you understand yourself in a better way and inspire you to redefine yourself. Usually, what happens is that as we grow older, there are certain experiences that we have over and over again, or there are people who tell us certain things over and over again, and we start believing it. But I'm sure by the end of this session, you're going to understand that it is possible to redefine ourselves. It is possible to rewire our brain and be the best version of ourselves. Okay, now I've got another question for you. Have you all read about or have you all heard about IQ, intelligence quotient? The obvious answer is to measure intelligence, right? Now, do we know the history? Okay, somebody has responded. The line of, I'm sorry, I couldn't read that. Okay, so the general understanding is that we all have the understanding that IQ measures our intelligence. IQ was a test invented sometime in the 1905, the early 1900s. The main intention, the objective of inventing this test was to measure the cognitive abilities of school children and to help them perform better at their school, to provide them with some help so that their cognitive abilities are supported and they are able to perform better at school. Now, with passage of time, people just misconstrued the whole objective of this test. And many of us have this understanding that IQ test is a test that measures your intelligence. Many of us believe that we have a certain level of IQ and it stays as it is for the whole of our life. Many of us have this understanding. But sometime later, in the late 1900 and early 2000, it was understood that there's something called neuroplasticity. People understood that our brain is a muscle. And like any other muscle, our brain could be developed, it could be made to function in different ways, and it could mean that our IQ is not the same for us throughout our lives.